Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
Happy Friday. I'm Molly Hendrickson.
And I'm Brian Sanders with the latest from Denver 7. We are under a first alert action day as you can expect a second snowy weekend in a row.
So let's first check in with meteorologist Lisa Hidalgo in the First Alert Weather Center with a check of your forecast.
And here's a little of a breakdown of what's going to happen, you guys, over the next few days. Today we could see a few spotty afternoon showers. We've already seen some light snow falling in the foothills, heavy snow in the mountains, and down here across the plains, that's when we're going to get most of our accumulating snow. Right now it looks like about 3 to 8 inches. We could get a little upslope, a few bands of heavier snow. That would put us at about 8 inches. And if we get that this weekend, we're going to see more than half of what we would typically see throughout the month of March. It typically is our snowiest month. Now on Sunday, a few lingering flurries. The bigger story by that point will be just how cold it gets. Highs only in the teens on Sunday. So there are a number of alerts in place, including winter storm warnings there in pink. That covers the mountains and most of the high country. And then a winter storm watch for us here in Denver. So for tomorrow, 3 to 8 inches. That's going to put us under the watch. Our foothills up to a foot in some spots. Those northern mountains over Rabbit Ears Pass are going to see about 1 to, it looks like even 3 feet of snow, and our central mountains over a foot. So this is going to be a pretty good dose of snow for us as we head into the weekend and into the first weekend of March. Now 40s today. Tomorrow we're going to drop down to near freezing. And again, there's those teens on Sunday. Highs in the teens. That means, you guys, overnight lows only in the single digits. So this first alert action day continues through the weekend. It'll be a cold start next week, but things will start to dry out.
Eisenhower Tunnel has received quite a bit of snow this morning, and at different points in the morning, we could actually hear avalanche mitigation going on. Statewide snowpack is at 114% of normal. That's as of yesterday. And Denver is expected to get 3 to 8 inches this Saturday. Some neighborhoods could see more than half of our typical monthly March totals. Normal March snow in Denver is 11.4 inches. So far this season, we have 27.8 inches in Denver. So this one snowstorm could get us back to near normal for the season. At different points in the morning, Eisenhower Tunnel closed. So if you plan on heading out to the mountains this weekend, make sure you're prepared for some delays. Reporting from Eisenhower Tunnel, Micah Smith, Denver 7.
New details overnight. The suspect shot by Lone Tree Police at the Park Meadows Mall has died. Lone Tree Police say they tried to stop a man for stealing from Macy's. They chased him and they say he pulled a gun and they shot and killed him. An employee tells us employees and customers were all told their cars were part of the crime scene investigation.
Make this crime scene and telling a lot of our guests that are dining with us that they have to wait until they're done with the crime scene before they can get to their cars or anything like that. So it's gonna, I don't know how long it's gonna take.
Lone Tree Police started breaking down the crime scene around 6:30 this morning. Police say a woman got away during that chase. They don't see her as a threat. They say they do want to interview her.
A controversial bill to change the way sex education is taught to our kids in Colorado continues to move through the state capitol. A state Senate committee debated the bill all day long yesterday before moving it on to the Senate Appropriations Committee on a close 3-2 vote. That bill would introduce a more inclusive curriculum by adding sections on LGBTQ relationship issues and removing waivers that allow schools to teach abstinence only. Also this morning, the so-called red flag bill goes before the full House at the state capitol. This bill would allow families or law enforcement to get a court order temporarily removing guns from people they think are unfit to carry. That person could petition to get their gun back, though. Custer County in southern Colorado has now joined Fremont County to designate itself as a Second Amendment sanctuary county. By doing so, the county sheriff there does not have to enforce the bill if passed.
The A line to the airport has been running for 3 years now. Noise complaints because of the loud horns, a big issue. Not anymore. At 3 a.m. this morning, quiet zones went into effect, including at this intersection at Smith Road and Monaco. 9 crossings total. There you go. No horn as a train went by when we caught this on camera. Just the ringing of the bells at the crossing gates. Once the train gets into Aurora on the way to the airport, the horns will start sounding again. But very soon, it looks like quiet zones will be happening in Aurora as well. It just hasn't become official yet. Also, the G line through Arvada, still in the testing phase when it comes to the train to the plane. Horns are still blaring through those intersections. We'll see if that changes as well. I'm Hickenlooper, Denver 7.
Today, we expect to learn more about how Denver will start handling homeless camps. As part of a lawsuit settlement, the city can no longer clean up homeless camps without 2 days' notice. On top of that, the city also has to provide up to 60 days of storage for items removed. The city will also have to provide things like trash cans, lockers, and porta potties in certain areas.
Jefferson County wants you to weigh in on the future of the old Heritage Square amusement park. That amusement park closed last summer after more than 40 years in business. The land is owned by the quarry company next door. So if you take a look at this map, the quarry is offering the 114-acre Heritage Square area to Jefferson County in exchange for 64 acres to the south of the quarry. The land south of the quarry and north of I-70 is part of the Matthews Winters Open Space Park, but it does not have any trails and it's closed to the public.
Looking to us because they believe that there is aggregate that is more valuable on the land to the south.
So there are two public meetings to talk about this land exchange. The first is tomorrow at 9:30. The second is next Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Both meetings are at the Jefferson County Human Services Office in Golden.
Next week, we could finally learn if John Hickenlooper will run for president. The Colorado Sun is reporting the timing of the announcement. Hickenlooper has spent the past several months traveling the country, suspected of trying to gauge support for his candidacy. And in a past interview, he did say he would make his final decision in March.
Should the state of Colorado require companies to give their workers paid family leave? That's a question state lawmakers will be debating soon. Under the proposal, workers and businesses would have to pay a percentage of their salary into the program. Nicole Brady has numbers on exactly how much it would cost.
The University of Denver just released a study on the costs and benefits for both workers and employers. So let's start with the workers. The average worker in Colorado would pay $4 a week into such a program. This depends on your salary, so higher paid workers would pay more, lower paid workers would pay a little less. Those who actually end up taking leave would collect an average benefit of $670 per week for an average of 9 weeks. So if you're thinking, why should I pay for something I might not use? Well, just like insurance, you never know.
Well, some of us may never plan to have children. We can't ever say that we're never going to get sick, right? And so when you make a plan that really offers categories of coverage for a lot of different types of workers, then it makes it that every one of us can see ourselves in the plan.
As for the cost to businesses, it's estimated employers would pay 1/3% of their total payroll. The study found employers in states that have mandated paid family leave have seen benefits to employee morale, productivity, and higher worker retention. A bill is set to be introduced in our state capital next week. I'm Nicole Brady, Denver 7.
Well, today a very special food drive kicks off right here on Denver 7 to help feed hungry families all across our state. Denver 7 once again teams up with ARC Thrift Stores and Volunteers of America for the Feed Colorado food drive. The goal is to collect 90 tons of food, and you can drop off any non-perishable foods at any ARC Thrift Store or even schedule someone to come pick them up from your home. It can go through April 1st, and you can find all the information on the community page of thedenverchannel.com. A uniquely Colorado event unlike any other continues for the 34th straight year today. This morning, the annual Denver Bison Auction takes place. 38 young bison will be auctioned off at the Genesee Park Bison Ranch. Money raised goes to help care for and preserve the herd at Genesee Park along I-70. The first herds were placed on the ranch in 1914.
With the snow coming this weekend, seems like a perfect time to catch up on some sleep, right? But a new CU study finds catching up just on the weekends and then returning to poor sleeping habits during the week won't do you any good health-wise. The study finds this type of sleep schedule may be the reason for your late-night snacking. And besides the snacking, it could also add to what's called the Sunday scaries. While you do gain some ground Friday and Saturday, your body clock keeps you up later on Sunday night, even though you have to be up early Monday morning. Well, we are excited to see how a local teenager performs on American Idol this Sunday. Nick Rogers of Highlands Ranch was one of several Idol contestants featured in the American Idol commercial during the Oscars. You'll get to see some of his audition on Sunday, and he told us he's been singing since he was a toddler.
I originally started singing when I was around 2 or 3 years old. My mom used to sing me "You Are My Sunshine." And I don't know, I just picked up on it and I started singing it for family members.
And he's been doing it ever since. Nick says he started performing in grade school plays and talent shows. He's now performed in more than 30 of those productions. American Idol airs Sunday at 7.
Talented kid there. Yes. Well, a new art exhibit is opening in the Rhino District tonight.
This is really cool. 8 short movies will be shown on the sides of 8 buildings there, and it's appropriately called Side Stories.
All within a 4-block radius. So you can come down, get a drink, go walk around, check out a couple films, go grab some dinner, go check out a gallery. It's pretty cool.
So it starts tonight and runs for 8 nights through next Friday.
Colorado artists created these films. They'll be projected on buildings along Brighton Boulevard. Most of the movies are just a couple of minutes, so you can keep walking and stay warm. The films run from 6 to 10 each night, and it is free to see them. And to check out what else is happening around town this weekend, you can always head to our website, thedenverchannel.com.
We've listed the 7 best things to do in Colorado this weekend, including the snowboarding championships.
Lots going on.
Very cool.
Happy Friday. This has been your Denver 7 On Demand update. Thanks for joining us.
Check back here later today for another update and download the Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts.